Don't touch that dial. Randy's Old Time Radio Show presents...
Jello again. This is Jack Benny. Arthur Godfrey sold Cremo cigars, while the Happiness Boys sang about interwoven socks. Pepsi-Cola hit the spot, and Ma Perkins stood for Oxidol. Radio's first commercial was aired on August 28, 1922, on station WEAF, New York City, and advertised condominiums in beautiful Jackson Heights, New York. On Christmas Eve, 1926, a men's quartet harmonized about Wheaties and gave voice to the first ever jingle. The earliest radio was broadcast as a public service. Sponsors came along when big business saw a way to sell its products and services, and radio saw a way to finance bigger and better programming. You'll hear these rare gems plus other super souvenirs from radio's world of commercials. See how many you can remember. I'll bet you'll be surprised and delighted. So stay tuned for a few golden words from our sponsors.
Friends, you owe it to yourself and your family to leave the congested city and enjoy what nature intended you to enjoy. Visit our new apartment homes in Hawthorne Court, Jackson Heights, where you may enjoy community life in a friendly environment.
How do you do, everybody? How do you do? It's great to say hello to all of you. I'm Billy Joe. I'm Ernie Hare with the interwoven bear. How do you do?
Have you tried Wheaties? They're whole wheat with all of the bran. Won't you try Wheaties? For wheat is the best food of man. They're crispy and crunchy the whole year through. The kiddies never tire of them, and neither will you. So just buy Wheaties, the best breakfast food in the land.
Every one of you undoubtedly has a headache or pain remedy that you swear by. But haven't you noticed that on some occasions it fails you? That there are times it does not seem to work? On these occasions, let me suggest that you try Anacin, for here is a remedy that I'm sure won't fail you. You'll find the fastest and most complete relief in Anacin you have ever experienced. The reason is simple. Anacin contains not one pain-soothing agent alone, but four, one of which is in all probability the remedy you now customarily take to relieve pain. You can get Anacin at your druggist for a few cents. Your money back if you're not pleased. I'll spell the name. Anacin.
Light up a Cremo, a mellow, mild Cremo, a winning smoke by far. You can search every clime, but at 3 for a dime, you can't beat a Cremo cigar. La, da, 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 do, 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 do. But at 3 for a dime, you can't beat a Cremo cigar. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the Sweet-Scented Cigar Smoking Society. This is Arthur Godfrey down in Washington, D.C. Mike Mayen Godfrey, Cremo's capricious custodian of the calorific cantata.
The Juergens Program with Walter Winchell, America's one-man newspaper. Walter Winchell's famous column appears in the New York Daily Mirror and other newspapers from New York to Honolulu. He's here with flash news, odd news, exclusive news. We have a Thanksgiving treat for you tonight. Miss Alma Archer is here in our Juergens studio and will speak to you later. Alma Archer is an expert on smartness and beauty, and she believes that the care of her hands is a duty for every woman. And now to the editorial room of the Juergens Journal and Walter Winchell.
Good evening, Mr. North American. All the ships at sea. Let's go to press. Flash. Juarez, Mexico. Steady Lawson, who takes the bath before... And that, ladies and gentlemen, winds up another Juergens Journal. Until next Sunday night at the very same time. Until then, and with lotions of love, I remain your New York correspondent, Walter Winchell, who thinks every American has at least one thing to be thankful for on Thursday next. Thankful that we still salute a flag and not a shirt. Good night.
Tasty yeast is tempting to your appetite. Creamy, wholesome candy, try a luscious bite. Vitamins are hiding in this candy bar. Pep, vim, and vigor linger where lovely, creamy food delight. Let them eat it daily, every morning, noon and night. You will see them growing stronger every day, taking Easter standy, handy candy way.
Pepsi-Cola, it's the spot. 12 full ounces, that's a lot. Twice as much for a nickel, too. Pepsi-Cola is the drink for you. Nickel, 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 trickle, trickle, nickel, 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 trickle, 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 nickel, 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 trickle, trickle.
Men, Frank Crummett is here with me to say a word about Roy Tan cigars. Frank Crummett.
I'm really a fan for Roy Tan, and the reason is Roy Tan has more long filler Havana tobacco, and yet it's a 5-cent cigar. Man to man, smoke Roy Tan.
Seeing is believing. See an Oxidol wash. See how Oxidol washes clothes white for life. Oxidol's own Ma Perkins.
Inspired harmonies of the Moonlight Sonata set the stage for another concert of the world's most honored music, presented as a salute to Lone Jean, the world's most honored watch. The Lone Jean Symphonette, under the leadership of Michel Piastro, will play a program of the world's most honored music. These lovely melodies and Lone Jean watches make a common appeal to cultured people the world over.
What's happening to you these days? Having lots of fun? Believe me, I know some folks that are in for some fun. Those early bird friends of Annie's, who've already sent for their new 1940 model Orphan Annie shake-up mug. You know, all of Annie's friends who drink sweet chocolate-flavored Ovaltine can get these swell new shake-up mugs free. And boy, are they beauties. Wait till you see them. They're made of genuine beetleware in brand new colors. A beautiful deep green and a bright, flashing scarlet. And every mug has a big colored picture of Orphan Annie and her dog Sandy right on the front. And don't forget, this shaker-upper is a 2-in-1 gift. When you put the top on, it makes a keen shaker for mixing your ice-cold, chocolate-flavored Ovaltine shake-ups. And then, when you take the bright red top off, presto, the shaker turns into a swell big drinking mug, holding a creamy, bubbly shake-up all ready for you to drink. Man alive, what fun you'll have with that new shaker-upper. Playing this shake-up game with your friends and having shake-up parties, making a picnic out of every meal this summer. Think of having a delicious ice-cold shake-up drink anytime you want it, made with fresh cold milk and sweet chocolate-flavored Ovaltine. What a treat on a warm summer day. And, of course, Mother will be glad to have you fix all the shake-ups you want, because she knows how much extra pep and energy food there is in every single Ovaltine shake-up. Loads of extra vitamins and minerals and other things everybody needs to be healthy and husky the way we all want to be. So, here's the thing. Annie wants all her friends to have one of these swell new 1940 model shake-up mugs, and you want to get one, I know. Especially when Annie has fixed it so fellows and girls who drink Ovaltine can get one absolutely free, even though our regular price is 50 cents. So listen closely. Here's what to do. Sit right down after tonight's adventure and print your name and address plainly on a piece of paper. Send it in along with a thin metal foil seal from under the lid of a can of sweet chocolate-flavored Ovaltine. Mail it to Orphan Annie, Chicago, Illinois, and she'll send you your new 1940 model shake-up mug absolutely free. Now, don't put it off, will you? Ask Mother to get you a can of sweet chocolate-flavored Ovaltine right now, and send in that seal for your free shake-up mug tonight. Mail it to Orphan Annie, Chicago, Illinois. Annie's sorry, but she can offer this wonderful free shake-up mug only to her friends who live in the United States. But if you do live in the United States, send in tonight.
Campbell Soups bring you Amos and Andy, with Grover Whalen, president of the 1939 New York World's Fair, in person, in a special half-hour broadcast direct from the fairground.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Someone once said that the world stands aside to make way for the man who knows where he's going. And so tonight it gives me great pleasure to make way for a man who knows what he's talking about. Harry Von Zell.
Don't ever neglect the cold. At the very first sign of a cold, get after it immediately with the faster help of sparkling, what's the name?
Fred Allen, remember?
No. The name of the... I'm awfully sorry. That eagle has upset me. I can't remember the name of what it is that helps fight colds faster. It slipped my mind.
Well, it'll come to you. Go ahead, Harry.
Well, yes, of course. Ladies and gentlemen, this famous product acts very quickly, yet it's exceptionally gentle. And since the progress of a cold is very fast, the greater speed of what it is I'm talking about is especially important in fighting your cold. And that's not all. This, the name will come to me in a minute. It also helps nature counteract the acidity that so often accompanies a cold. And, ladies and gentlemen, you can check these facts with your own doctor.
You'd better check the name, too, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, Fred, you know what I'm talking about,
Why,
don't you?
certainly, Harry. You're talking about America's outstanding saline laxative.
That's it, Fred. And the name is...
The name is, So Many Physicians Recommend It.
Yes. And it helps fight colds faster. But what is the name?
Well, here's a pretty to-do. Wait, Harry. There must be somebody around here who knows. If there is, will you please tell us confidentially? Sal That's it, Sal Hepatica. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Sloan's Liniment, your faithful friend when muscles ache and pain, presents Gangbusters.
Calling the police, calling the G-men, calling all Americans to war on the underworld.
Gangbusters brought to you by the makers of Sloan's Liniment.
When your eyes are tired, get quick relief with 2 drops of Murine. This is Norman Brokenshire telling you, ladies and gentlemen, the way your eyes should feel is the good way. The fresh, rested Murine way. As you start each day when you brush your teeth, wake up your eyes with Murine. Later in the day, if your eyes feel tired from the constant work they do, use Murine again. You can use it as often as you like, for Murine cleanses and soothes your eyes as gently as a tear. Tomorrow, start using Murine regularly, morning and night, and whenever your eyes feel tired. Just see how different you feel when Murine makes your eyes feel good.
Well, it's only a short walk from calling Indians to calling Ken Carpenter. Do you hear me calling to you, Ken?
For a minute, I'd like a word with all of you folks who prefer cheese that's rich but also mild in flavor. Maybe you're in the habit of going to the grocery store and just guessing which cheese has the flavor you want. Well, I can tip you off on how to be sure of getting deliciously mild cheddar cheese flavor every time. Ask for Kraft's Cheese Food Velveeta. Oh, a cheddar cheese flavor that's creamy rich, delightfully mild. Just what you're looking for. So have a loaf or a package of Velveeta on hand all the time to slice or spread for sandwiches and snacks, to melt to a tantalizing cheese sauce for grand Lenten dishes. Being a Kraft product, Velveeta, of course, always melts and toasts perfectly. If you have a little grocery list pad hanging in the kitchen, you'd better mark down Velveeta for tomorrow's order right now.
Hello there. We've been waiting for you. It's time to play Truth or Consequences. Yes, Truth
Consequences, the show that does everything on the air, brought to you by Dove, the soap that does everything in your wash. And here he is, left over from the Halloween Hobgoblin, your Aren't We Devils man, Ralph Truth, the Consequences Edwards.
I don't have enough trouble. Phil has to call up. I wish the doctor would get here. I feel awful. Oh, there it goes again. I can't move. Answer that, will you, Mary?
Oh, all right. Don't be so grouchy.
Don't be so grouchy.
Hello?
Hello, Mary. This is Don. How's Jack feeling?
Oh, he acts like he's the only one in the world who has a cold. It's like a big baby.
Well, maybe he's a lot worse than you think. Gesundheit, Mary.
That was Jack.
Well, let me speak to him.
Here, Jack.
Hello, Don. What do you want?
Gesundheit, and I'll put Mary back on.
Never mind, Mary. What do you want?
Well, the Sportsman Quartet is over here at my house.
Well, why aren't they over here? I want to hear the song they're going to do on our program Sunday.
Oh, they can't take a chance coming to your house, Jack. After all, they're singers. They might catch your cold.
Cold or no cold, they're supposed to come over here and rehearse the number. A lot they think of my program.
Now, wait a minute, Jack. You're taking the wrong attitude.
What?
As soon as the boys heard about your cold, they were very concerned, and they've got some good advice for you.
Advice?
Yeah, here. I'll put them on the phone.
Look, boys, when I've got a cold, I don't need any advice.
Give it to him, boys.
Look, Don, I don't need any advice.
Button up your overcoat when the wind is free. Take good care of yourself. Careful, Mr. B.
Careful.
Eat an apple every day. Go to bed by 3. Take good care of yourself. Passing NBC. Be careful in the street. Ooh, watch it please. Ooh, or you'll sneeze. Ooh, you'll get a cold and ruin your program.
Look, I've got a cold. I don't have to get one now.
Call a doctor too. Take good care of yourself, 'cause we all love you. When you're buying cigarettes, buy the brand you like. Take good care of yourself, smoke a Lucky Strike. When you're driving in a car, or you're on a hike, take good care of yourself, smoke a Lucky Strike.
If I may have my say,
Please do.
don't delay.
What's new?
Start today.
Light up a Lucky and you'll enjoy it. Men no tobacco best. Smoke the best you see. Round worm, fully packed, LSNFT. LSNFT.
CRESTA? BLANCA. Cresta? Blanca. Cresta Blanca.
You win $15 in defense stamps and congratulations. Well, Mel Allen.
Yeah, boy.
Mel, my boy, let's put on our 10-gallon hats here and go deep in the heart of Texas.
Shoot, brother.
Well, deep in the heart of every kitchen is a dishpan, right?
Correct, partner.
And deep in the heart of every lady is the yen for lovely hand.
Why, sure.
Well, if a lady wants to say ta-ta to unpurty strong soap hands...
If she floats new ivory deep in the heart of her dishpan, she'll have lovelier hands in just 12 days.
If you'll just choose new ivory soap for dishes.
Yes, sir. Then, oh, my lands, what lovely hands. New ivory soap for dishes.
The sun's so mild, how high they're piled. New ivory soap for dishes.
They're gentler and caress each hand. New ivory soap for dishes. And talk about speed, Ivory's new velvet sun just pop up quick as a jackrabbit. Rich, man, there's the doggone rich. You clean up dishes like a cyclone.
So give up that strong wash day soap. Say so long to unpretty hands, because in 12 short days, your hands will feel, well, real genteel.
Yes, sir.
New Ivory soap for dishes.
And quieter, yay, and softer, say. It's Ivory soap for dishes. Say, only cost about a penny a day. Get 3 large-size cakes. It's Ivory soap for dishes.
And now here's Denver Darling with a bath time ballad.
Oh, when you were little, you called it a boat. Ivory soap, it floats. You sat in the bathtub and watched it float. Ivory soap, it floats. It floats on the water, and that's just dandy. Whenever you want it, it's right there handy. And that's why a bath is so much fun. With Ivory soap, it floats. Oh, that floating business is mighty convenient when you take a bath. Ivory soap doesn't hide out on you. There's no groping around underwater. Just grab Ivory and lather up. You get swell lather, too. Give that cake of Ivory a rub. Presto, there's lots of lather. And Ivory's mild, mild, mild. Why, they tell me more doctors advise Ivory soap than any other soap there is. Some soap and some bath. So relaxing, makes you feel so good. Just downright refreshing with Ivory. It floats on the water, and that's just dandy. Whenever you want it, it's right there handy. And that's why a bath is so much fun. With Ivory soap, it floats.
L-A-V-A, The Carnation Contented Hour, now in its 12th year, presented every Monday for irradiated carnation milk, the evaporated milk that is used by more people in the United States, in Canada, and throughout the world than any other brand.
When bowlers bowl at spear or strike, that smoother taste is what they like. What'll you have? The answer's clear. Pour me a Pabst Blue Ribbon beer. What'll you have? Pabst Blue Ribbon. What'll you have? Pabst Blue Ribbon. What'll you have? Pabst Blue Ribbon. Pabst Blue Ribbon beer.
Smoother, smoother, smoother flavor. Zest and sparkle, millions favor. Taste that smoother, smoother flavor. Pabst Blue Ribbon beer.
When mineral oil has one job to do, there's nothing better. But your condition frequently demands relief from acid indigestion, too. And that's when mineral oil alone provides only halfway relief. So try Haley's M.O. It gives thorough relief because it combines mineral oil with acid-neutralizing milk of magnesia. Caution, use only as directed. Get Haley's M.O.
The brushless shaving cream supreme leaves your face so smooth and clean.
The Pepsodent Show, starring Bob Hope.
Call every pal you know, your girlfriend or your beau. Strike up the band, Bob Hope's the man who ties the can to all.
Thank you so much. How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? This is Bob Hope back once again to tell you it's better to have Pepsodent flowing over your teeth now than to have water running under your bridge later.
Is the sweetheart you married the husband you expected him to be? Has the war created new problems for you in your marriage? To answer these and other personal problems brought in by your friends and neighbors, ARID presents John J. Anthony, founder of the famed Marital Relations Institute, in a brand new program of daily sessions of kindly and helpful advice. Just as Mr. Anthony, by examples in this studio, is helping thousands of men and women solve their personal problems, ARID, too, is helping thousands to solve the important personal problem of underarm perspiration. ARID helps you avoid perspiration damage to clothes and safeguards friendships. Use ARID every day. It helps stop perspiration safely, and at the same time, ARID is a most effective deodorant.
V1, V1, V1.
I'm feeling mighty low.
My name is Little Nick, and Mister, let me be precise. You've lost your pep, you're out of step, so here is my advice.
What'll I do, Little Nick?
Here's what you do, Mr. Quick.
Yes?
You'll stop in at the nearest Needix store.
What'll I buy?
A big, delicious glass of Needix tasty orange drink. It's cool, refreshing flavor you'll adore.
Tell me more. What does it cost, Little Nick?
Only a nickel, Mr. Quick.
Yes?
A glass will help to keep you in the pink.
That's terrific.
For vigor and vim and zip, it's a pleasure to take a sip of a cool Needix orange drink. B1, Needix, B1.
Say, are you cooking with Crisco? It's digestible. All vegetable. Yes, it's Crisco's Young Dr. Malone.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the new Fitch Bandwagon, brought to you by the F.W. Fitch Company, makers of Fitch's Ideal Hair Tonic and Fitch's Dandruff Remover Shampoo. With yours truly, Larry Keating, Henry Russell, our special guest for today, Freddie Martin and his orchestra, and starring Cass Daly.
I am a happy traffic cop on duty, rain or shine. At busy corners, it's my job to keep the cars in line. It isn't always easy to be firm and friendly, too. But 'cause it pays in many ways, it's what I try to do. I'm happy, ha, 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 and here's a tip I'll give to you. Just strike the happy medium in everything you do.
Good advice, officer. It always pays to strike the happy medium, even in the laxative you take. That's why more and more people are using X-Lax. X-Lax doesn't go to extremes. It's as effective as any laxative you'd ever want to take. Yet it's so very gentle. Not too strong, not too mild. X-Lax is the happy medium. And talk about good, it tastes just like fine chocolate. Next time you have to take something, try X-Lax. As a precaution, use only as directed. X-Lax, E-X-L-A-X.
Now you can be taller than she is.
Adler, Adler, Adler makes you taller in its Adler elevated shoes. She'll look up to you when you are taller. You can say goodbye to all your blues. Now you can be taller than she is. Here's all you have to do. Just get yourself a lift in Adler, Adler, Adler elevator shoes.
It's not always your height that counts, men. It's the way other men look at you. Don't let them look down on you. Step into Adler elevator shoes and step up in the world. You'll be almost 2 inches taller instantly. You'll stand straighter, look better, and command the respect you're entitled to. You're taller comfortably and confidentially, for the heels are no higher. Smart men are going up in the world. So don't just wish you were taller. Do something about it.
And get yourself a lift in Adler, Adler elevator shoes today.
Rinso white and Rinso bright.
Go to your nearest drugstore right now and ask for genuine Carter's Little Liver Pills. Regular size, 25 cents.
America's finest silver plate is 1847 Rogers Brothers. From Hollywood, International Silver Company, creators of 1847 Rogers Brothers Silver Plate, presents The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet, starring America's favorite young couple, Ozzie Nelson and Harriet Hilliard.
Curtain falls on My Son, My Son. Brian Ahern, Madeline Carroll, Louis Hayward, and Josephine Hutchinson are returning to the microphone.
Thank you for all 4 of us, Mr. DeMille. I always enjoy appearing in the Lux Radio Theater, and I think women everywhere are grateful for the products behind it, Lux Soap. It's a grand complexion care. I know that from my own experience because I've used it for years.
I'm another Lux fan, Mr. DeMille. The thing I like about Lux Soap is that it has such a gentle way of caring for your skin.
Mr. DeMille, it's up to you to bow to both ladies at once. And after the bow, you can tell us about next week's play.
I think we'll take a bow on next week's play, too, Louis. A week from tonight, we're going to do The Rains Came.
Remember, no cigarette hangover means more smoking pleasure. Yes, for America's finest cigarettes.
Get Wild Root Cream Oil, Charlie. It keeps your hair in trim. You see, it's non-alcoholic, Charlie. It's made with soothing lanolin. You better get Wild Root Cream Oil, Charlie. Start using it today. You'll find that you will have a tough time, Charlie. Keeping all those gals away. Hurry up, Bully. Get a bottle right away. Your druggist has it. A little goes a long, long way. You hear it screaming. Keeps you looking neat all day.
Now, what famous cigar is this song about?
All the world is serene in this moment supreme. La-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Blackstone, of course. Everyone knows that.
Fine. Now, what cigar has a real Havana taste without the heaviness?
Blackstone, of course. Everyone ought to know that.
Light up a light Blackstone.
All the world is serene when you're smoking a Blackstone cigar.
Be sociable, look smart. Keep up to date with Pepsi. Drink light, refreshing Pepsi. Stay young and fair and debonair. Be sociable, have a Pepsi.
Billy Brown, the smoothest, coolest guy in town. The chicks all seem to dig his jive.
Hey, tell us, Bill, how can we arrive?
It's easy, Jack. Any gal gets sent. When you flash a smile by Pepsodent, you'll wonder where the yellow went when you brush your teeth with Pepsodent.
Pepsodent's new improved formula cleans teeth whiter than ever. Tastes brighter, too. New formula Pepsodent contains IMP. There's nothing else as good at getting teeth white.
You'll wonder where the yellow went when you brush your teeth with Pepsodent.
Hop, 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 we're rolling along. So handy, thrifty, and strong. We'll make your repairs, we'll wrap up your cares. Hop, 2, 3, 4, get 5 rolls for the kitchen, the parlor, the den, the nursery, the bedroom, and then you can keep things in shape with Scotch cellophane tape for every room in your home.
Looks interesting. Now, how to stick those recipes on those filing cards. Cellophane tape to the rescue. Make your own favorite recipe file. Cut out recipes and stick them to file cards with Scotch cellophane tape. It's quick, neat, easy. Help Junior mend broken toys with Scotch brand tape. Nip that rip. Men's torn window shades invisibly quickly.
Scotch cellophane tape for every room in your home.
Next time you're shopping, buy several rolls. Always insist on the Scotch brand.
You get a lot to like with a Marlboro filter, flavor, flip-top box. Filter, flavor, flip-top box. You get a lot to like with a Marlboro filter, flavor, flip-top box.
Now, friends, we've been asked to hold up the show while Mrs. McSnapish looks for her little ball. And during the interim, friends, I'd like to take this opportunity, on behalf of the makers of the famous Clark Candy Ball, to call your attention to the tasty center of a trend. Found only in the delicious Clark Candy Ball. Tasty, tempting caramel, surrounded by crisp golden candy, honeycombed with fresh peanut butter, and topped with pure milk chunks. Now, friends, just a minute, Buster, what's your name?
Michael McSnafish III.
Yeah, but you mean it's happened twice before? That's the signal, friends. Let's get on with the show. Come on, kid.
I go for a man who wears an Adam hat. I go for a man who wears an Adam hat.
Well, since she feels like that, I'll buy an Adam hat.
I go for a man who wears an Adam hat.
I get it. She goes for a man who wears an Adam hat.
I'll say.
She goes for a man who wears an Adam hat.
If you buy your Adam hat, I like you when you do that. 'Cause I go for a man who wears an Adam hat.
Have it again, again, and again by getting that handy habit again at Gallon Seal Test Ice Cream.
Seal Test Ice Cream.
Have it again, again, and again whenever you please.
Order Seal Test Ice Cream in the handy half-gallon package.
Never borrow money needlessly,
just when you must.
Borrow then where loans are a specialty.
From folks you trust.
Borrow confidently from HFC.
Household Finance Corporation offices are listed in your telephone book.
Clotheslines are for the birds.
The Westinghouse clothes dryer, that's for you.
You do your drying, rain or shine, save time and trouble too.
No more bending, no more stretching.
Less ironing work to do. Clotheslines are for the birds.
The Westinghouse clothes dryer, that's for you.
2 beans times 2 beans is 4 beans.
Nescafe uses lots more beans.
10 beans times 4 beans, and add 3 more beans, make 43 rich coffee beans.
Yes, you get 43 beans in every cup of Nescafe, real coffee beans. That's all there is in Nescafe. 43 beans in every cup. Make Nescafe the all-coffee instant coffee with the let's have another cup taste.
Extra beans
means extra flavor. Today's Nescafe goes all the way for flavor with 43 choice beans in every cup.
Budweiser commercial featuring the Crew Cuts.
Where there's life, there's Bud. At a concert or a show, in your own backyard, wherever you go. Budweiser beer is for folks who know where there's life. There's Bud, Budweiser.
It's the 100th anniversary of the Miller Brewing Company. Miller High Life invites you to hear a song of a bygone year.
While strolling through the park one day, in the merry, merry month of May, I was taken by surprise by a pair of roguish eyes. While strolling through the park one day.
Like that Miller High Life beer. It's the true champagne of bottled beer. Get some at your store today. Buy the handy six-pack way. You will like that Miller High Life beer.
Know the real joy of good living. Move up to quality, move up to Schlitz. Know the real joy of good living. Move up to quality, move up to Schlitz.
The Joy of Good Living by Victor Maughan. Treat yourself to one of the finer things of life. Move up and enjoy Schlitz quality today. Schlitz, the beer that made Milwaukee famous.